Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sal. Press that subscribe button right now. If you're new, this video is one of my old videos, my coming out story. I've had problems with recently. Everyone's been messaging me saying, I can't find your video, why is it not showing and playing in my country? So what I thought, let me recycle it and put it in this video so you can see it if you're new. Since that happened, things have gotten better, I promise you guys. Look where I am now. I've come so far from coming out, being miserable, to now being successful in what I do, like building a career, having a perfect boyfriend. Back then I thought I'm never going to be happy, but you do become happy. Trust me guys, it's the best thing I've done, and look at me now. And I'm just continuing living my life as every day comes. And I don't give a shit what people think no more, to be honest. If people are gonna hate, let the haters hate. Well, how it begun. I remember I used to live at my mum's house and she kicked me out because she couldn't take how angry I used to get. But the reason I used to get angry is because I wanted to tell her, but because I come from a Turkish background and they're very, very strict. Religion wise, some are Muslim, some can be Christian. I think it was first when I started college. I went to performing arts college, and that's when I realised about myself and how I felt comfortable more. And I didn't know who to tell. I told my two best friends at the time about me, and they were cool, but it was so hard because I knew my friends used to make like jokes, oh my god, he's gay, allow being gay and all this stuff, and it kept going on and on and on. So I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to tell. So for a while I kept it to myself for a long time. And I remember messaging my friend, my best friend, his name's Mustafa. I think, yeah, he's in one of my vlogs, like I gave him a call. So I messaged one of my friends, Mustafa, and I was like, I need to tell you something. And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, do I tell you? And I was scared because I know how people are. Like, I've seen people that tell their friends and their friends like tell them to basically fuck off. So I texted him and I was like, first I said to him, I think I'm bi. And he's like, what? He's like, oh, okay. I thought he thought I was joking, but then I was like, no, seriously, I think I am. Then I told my other friend that was my best friend back in the day. Now we don't talk. He was accepting as well, but his family used to take the piss out of me. Oh my god, gay boy, gay boy. So I felt really, really uncomfortable. And coming out to my family was really, 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 really hard. Because knowing my mum and my dad ain't together no more. My dad is really strict. He's a strict Muslim, and it gets worse because now I'm living here and it's really, really bad because I don't know what to do. So when my mum kicked me out, say 3 months later, when I got with Jay, my partner, I then started to feel comfortable telling people. So I also told my best friend, Fatma. I remember telling her and she was like, thanks for telling me, no matter what, I'm always going to be here for you, and she was very supportive. I texted Fatma and I was like, oh my god, I need to tell my mum because I can't keep it in no more. Like everyone used to go on about me, oh, when my family and friends and stuff. Oh, when you gonna get a girlfriend? When you gonna get a girlfriend? And all this stuff, and I was like, I have had girlfriends in the past, and yeah, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I text my mum this long ass message. It was like, probably like 5 pages long, and I poured my heart out to her. I told her that I love her, and it was really upsetting because I love my mum to bits. I get along with her more than I get along with my dad, but at the same time I don't have a good connection with both of them. My mum is my mum at the end of the day, and my dad is my dad at the end of the day. And when I text my mum this, she texts me saying, you are choosing it, but you have had girlfriends in the past, you can change, you can change, you can change. So I started to cry, and I was crying in my car because I felt lonely. I didn't know who to call, I didn't know who to go to, so I drove to her house at like 3 in the morning. I knocked on the door and she gave me a hug, but I think that moment it was a bit harsh, like she was surprised and stuff, but then as days went on I've noticed she was being distant with me. Instead of her saying, oh, no matter what, I love you as my son and all this, I'm supportive. So she was being distant with me, and didn't hear back from her for a very long time, and every day I was texting her, she was ignoring me. I used to go knock on the door, she wasn't answering the call. Like, I remember once I was driving and she saw my car outside of her house and she drove past, so I followed her, and she was like, oh, I'm going to the police if you're going to follow me. So I said, go to the police, what are you going to say to them? My son's gay and he's just following me around. I was really heartbroken. I cried for days, and it did hurt a lot because I love my mum so much, and I was scared because if my dad found out. The bad thing about living with my dad is he's like a priest, so he looks after the mosque, and the house is next door to the mosque, so that's where I'm staying now, and it's like prison for me. I can't be myself, I have to hide in my room, something hard. He's never been accepted of it, and I didn't want to tell him, but someone went and told him a lie. I remember one day I was with Jay and he texted me saying, who is Jay? And I was like, huh? What? Is he your boyfriend? And I was like, what, Dad? I did tell my stepmom about me, but I didn't tell her everything, and I called her and I was crying and I was like, I don't know what to do. So she said to me, you know what, Sal? Tell your dad the truth. And that's when my life began to fall. My dad used to help me with like my car, like pocket money, and pay for my college because I had no job. I had a part-time job, but I wasn't earning enough, and he literally stopped everything. Well, when my dad found out, I called him and I was like, what? I was like, who told you this? And he was like, someone saw you in a shopping centre in December with this guy, and you were saying his name and you were like holding hands, and I was like, what? No. I was single in December. I wasn't with anyone. So I knew someone was trying to play me out and to get me out there, so they can ruin my dad and my connection, like friendship. Since I was little, me and my dad never got along, and since I have moved into his house, we did start to click, we started to chill out more as a father and son time, but then as soon as someone went and told him that lie, that they saw me, that's when everything went crazy. Like, since then, me and my dad haven't gotten along. He texts me saying, you better come home, get your suitcase and leave and all this, and it was kind of stressful and it was hard for me because he said he's gonna hit me and all this, so I got so scared I didn't know what to do. It was really hard. That's when the family started to find out. My dad went and told everyone, calling my friends, oh, you're Sal's best friend, you can change him and all this and all this and all this, and I was like, shit. My friends were like, no, you can't change him, that's who he is, you have to accept it or not. That night I remember it really clear. I had to call the police because I was so scared, I was shaking, I didn't know what to do. My mum wasn't there for me, mum's calling me, like shouting at me. My family went down, like my family went on shutdown mode with me, so no one was there. I felt really lonely, and the only people were there were Jay's family. So the police had to bring me to my dad's house, and my stepmom, I told her to pack my suitcase. So I packed my suitcase. My dad didn't talk to me. It was kind of scary. I didn't know what to do. I was going crazy. I was panicking. I couldn't go to work because I had nowhere to stay. It was really, 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 really crazy. I moved to Jay's house for a couple of days, and then I went to my dad's brother's house, and he didn't know. He didn't tell my dad. And apparently someone in Cyprus called him and said, "Oh, is your nephew gay?" And so he decided to ask me, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna lie to you, I respect you, so I told him the truth. And then out of everyone else in my dad's family, he was the main, most supportive one, apart from Murat, my cousin. I thought, you know what, I don't need my dad, I don't need my mum. But deep down, I was crying, I really did. And so a week after I moved back into my dad's house, we wasn't talking, he actually took me to the doctors. And he told doctors that I can change and all this, and so the doctor sat down next to me and was like, "Are you sure you're this? You can change, just listen to me. If your dad tells you all this, just say to him, you like male company, don't say the word gay." And I was like, that's so silly. So I kind of got a bit pissed off with that, and I was like, I'm not taking this shit no more. My dad wrote me like a 2-page letter saying, on this day your car insurance is going to get cancelled, on this day I'm going to stop your pocket money, on this day I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that. So he was basically bribing me, blackmailing me, bribing me, telling me, oh, if you don't change, I'm going to stop paying your stuff, I'm going to stop giving you money, I'm just going to stop helping you. And you know what he's done? He stopped everything. I've actually given up trying to make things work, because just say things are going so fine, and then all of a sudden he switches on me and starts telling me, oh this, oh you're not normal, I don't want, you're Satan's son, and all this, cussing me. The other day, I don't know if you can see on my Instagram, but he wrote something, texted me, I was going on holiday, yeah. I was going to Dubai, and instead of him saying bye, have a nice trip, he started an argument with me. He was going to attack me. Before, in the past, we've had physical fights, he attacked me, then I flipped out, which I didn't mean to do. It really got violent. So he stopped everything for me, and the day before I flew out, he was arguing with me, calling me stuff and telling me I need to change, he's going to do this, he's not going to help me, he's going to go in my room and throw away everything. Literally he took my light box from my room and I just got it back. It was really, 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 really out of order what he done. And till this day, it hurts, because I do miss spending time with my dad, I do miss doing things, I do miss talking to him. Living in this place as well, it's not easy. It's a mosque, and I live right next door to a mosque, and there's biased people out there that look at me, call me names, and tell me I can't wear. Why are you wearing skinny jeans? Why are you wearing Dr. Martens? Why are you wearing stylish clothes? So what? That's me. You either accept it or not. I'm not going to ask you, I'm not going to sit there and beg you, please accept me, please. I'm not like that. I've officially given up, and it's been a year now, and me and my dad, no, it's been 2 years now, and still, me and my dad, every day we argue over the same situation. So you need to change, you need to change, you need to change. And I'm like, I don't know how. I'm not going to change, that's me, you need to accept who I am. If you don't accept it, then just don't talk to me. But my mum's side, my mum promised me she won't tell no one. She went and told my uncle, she went and told my grandma, which I love to bits, and my granddad. And guess what? They all stopped talking to me. Just recently, I started to mix with them as well, but they're still dropping little hints of, so have you found a girlfriend yet? So have you done this? Have you done this? And I'm like, no, just stop doing this to me, because I can't take it. There's only so much someone can take. The family that was there for you, you know what they say, family's always there for you, no matter what. Where's my family? They're not there. They pick and choose when they want to be there, especially my dad. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, give it a thumbs up and make sure you do subscribe.